Good morning, skadoosh noodles. Today we're going to be talking about a very select secret society. And although most people consider it just a conspiracy theory, the Illuminati was in fact a very, very real group of people. So today we're going to be talking about why so many people still think this group is around today and how to join. And yes, I did light multiple candles and sit in the dark just for this intro. So appreciate it. Alright guys, before we go any further, can we check out this fucking fit, bro? Like, come on, dude, I got dressed up for this Illuminati shit. Just kidding. But I did want to add that being in the entertainment industry, being in Los Angeles, having a lot of friends in the music industry, you learn a lot. You get to know people and you get to know how things work on a different level. And so at the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on how things are run and why I might think something like the Illuminati could exist. Which is really scary because I have many friends that literally tell me, do not talk about this subject. I've been wanting to do this video for years, but honestly, I'm scared to talk about this subject because of how superstitious many people that are even in my own friend group are about this subject. So with all that being said, let's talk about the Illuminati. So we're going to talk about the Illuminati, talk about who they were, what they believed in, what happened to them, and finally, how you join, or how I join. Speaking of, looking through this, it's kind of a long process on how to join. Like, there's things that you have to do day in and day out for a long period of time. So I want to make this challenge to you. It's going to take some effort on my half, but if by the end of this video, you want me to try to join the Illuminati, get this to 25,000 likes, and I'll try it. I don't really know how that works out, like if I'm selling my soul to someone or whatnot, but it seems like an interesting process, and obviously people have done it before, so hopefully I won't die. Okay, so who is the Illuminati? Obviously, there are a lot of conspiracy theories going around on who it is, what do they do, all that stuff, but I said at the beginning of the video that they were a very real group. Now, how do I know that? How is there proof? Well, a lot of people don't spend days of research on how to join the Illuminati, so they probably didn't come across this information, but we're gonna get into it. So actually, there was this secret societal group for about a decade named the Bavarian Illuminati. And it actually was a secret society kind of loosely based on the values that you probably know about the Illuminati. Originally, it was founded by this guy named Adam Wisch. Some German dude. And this society occurred during the Enlightenment era, if you paid attention in school and stuff like that. Basically, his goal was to enlighten the members in like reason and philanthropy and like his specific values so that one day when they came to power, they would have those values and could influence like the government and political decisions. So there's a secret society that takes young people who they think are gonna become big popular people of influence, teaches them their values, and then helps them rise to power. Yeah, that's some conspiracy shit. That's definitely what's going on right now, I swear to God. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, just before we go any further, this is a conspiracy, this is all opinion, this is not fact, please don't sue me. Gotta get that out of the way. So it started off as a small group of people, but it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and at one point reached to what people think is about 2,500 people. Now think about this. So in this 2,500 people that were in the legit Illuminati, they were all attempting to educate the young, to have influence, and have their values put into the political decisions, etc., etc. This was a power grab. And it kind of makes sense in a way. The older people of power want to take these impressionable, like younger people, put their values on them and watch them grow up and kind of agree with their same thing. And it's just like, it makes sense. And that's why it also makes sense that in modern times, like people like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Dr. Dre, Madonna, Whitney Houston, Eminem, all these like mega pop stars are considered to be part of the Illuminati. Obviously, nothing is confirmed or whatever, but it would make sense if these young people that are trying to make it in the world just kind of learned the ideologies and the values of these other people in order to get to the top. It's kind of like a quick way to success. What happened to the original group? Why were they shut down? Well, actually, them getting banned is the only reason why we know much about it. So the Duke of Bavaria, the Bavarian Illuminati, banned secret societies and punished, like at a really high stakes punishment, whoever was caught joining these secret societies. So when they disbanded, like all of their secrets came out, and that's why we know what we know today. But a lot of people think as soon as the secret society broke up, it wasn't actually over. And here comes the conspiracies! My favorite part. So just a few years after they got banned, a lot of people were blaming the French Revolution in 1797 on secret societies, specifically the Illuminati. Even George Washington himself, in his farewell letter, warned people about the Illuminati threats and other secret societies like that. So even like 15 years after they dispersed, there was still threats and obviously very political, powerful people that were still fearful of this society. And even in modern times, like the United Nations is accused to have like relations with the Illuminati. Even in the 2020 elections, a lot of people said Illuminati was involved in the voting. It's crazy how many things are related to the Illuminati and how much we talk about it all the time, even though there's no real proof right now. Or so they say. Okay, so first let's talk about why people still think it's real today. Obviously it was a thing, and it became less and less and less of a thing until, you know, no one really talked about it for about 100 years. Then books started coming out about the Illuminati, a lot of conspiracy theorists come out about it. People were linking things like Satanism and like alien myths all to this thing, and especially when the music industry really popped off, people were blaming the Illuminati for this type of thing. The entertainment industry in itself, like so many people think, are intertwined directly with the Illuminati. But after doing research, it says that most adult Americans don't really believe in the Illuminati anymore. I don't know about you, but I remember getting super into the Illuminati about 2013. I don't know if you remember the Super Bowl halftime show with Beyonce, who is literally known as like the highest member. The power went out in a Super Bowl. That's never happened before. It went viral on Twitter, and like the New Orleans stadium like reported that they had some weird abnormal misfunction with their generator, and I'm like, how does that never ever happen? But then it happens on the Super Bowl when everything's supposed to be perfect and planned, when Beyonce is performing. I don't know, things like that. A bunch of other conspiracy theories came out, and it just kind of like makes sense. But I mean, believe what you want to believe. Like the Illuminati is linked to literally every conspiracy out there, from like moon landings to 9/11 to like Obama's birth, like all these crazy things all linked to this one story. And again, this society officially ended like in 1785. That is a very long time ago for like a secret society, like an after-school club, to still be running. All right, before I talk about how to join, I just want to say, guys, if you watched this far, why not subscribe? I realize that over 50% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, and it takes like 2 seconds. Just subscribe, turn the notifications on. It takes like 2 seconds. And with that being said, let's get to how we join. Now, I'm probably gonna get some serious trouble for actually talking about this, so, you know, do it for the YouTube video. In my opinion, I don't believe the Illuminati exists in the way that people think it does. There's a lot of talk about the fact that the Denver airport is like the headquarters, and underneath all these like super powerful people get together and like they organize how the world's gonna go. I don't really think that's how it works. And to be quite honest with you, I really like looking into conspiracy theories, but a lot of the ones that are linked to the Illuminati, I don't think have to do with the Illuminati. I don't think people that walk around with like certain necklaces and chains are the people behind these things. However, I do think that this sort of thing, in theory, does exist. And what I mean by that is why I think this whole idea of the secret society makes so much sense. Like, if you really break it down, all it is a couple of powerful people looking around, almost scouting like a football or baseball team, looking for big talent that they know are gonna blow up, saying, you know what, I wanna place my values onto this person, and so they can be on my team almost. And then I'm gonna blow them up so that they're powerful, and so that they like do what I say, and I'm friends with powerful people, and I'm successful, etc., etc. So that just makes sense. And being in the entertainment business, I've seen that happen a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys know what like an industry plant is, and this is like out there, public information, you can look it up, but a label, like a music label, will see talent in somebody, say, hey, this is the music I want you to go into, this is the vibe I want you to have, and the ideals that I want you to like preach, and now if you do that, we're gonna blow you up. We're gonna put you on all the radio stations, we're gonna put you on all the Spotify playlists, you'll be famous. And that's what happens. Many people you see right now are just industry plants that have to go and like do whatever their label says. That's just kind of business. Obviously, public knowledge, very acceptable. That is just what happens in the music industry. I believe that that model happens a lot more in everyday life than we think. I'm not gonna go too far past that because I feel like I'm treading lightly into like, I don't want people to come after me type of thing, but just think about it. If people are so powerful, wouldn't they want to continue their reign of power by just getting a bunch of younger people that they could control like a puppeteer? Again, just makes sense. And also again, this is only opinion. Please don't sue me. Again, like I said, I don't know if I believe that the actual society exists, especially because their official website, the IlluminatiOfficial.org, has a freaking join now button, like a newsletter. So you basically go onto the IlluminatiOfficial.org, you go in, you click there, you sign up, you start getting a bunch of emails, they tell you that they're watching you, they tell you all these certain things to do. So I don't really know what happens, like who's running this and why are they doing this, and like what's the point? Like, are they profiting off of this? Because there's no membership fee, there's no nothing. Like, why are these people doing this and what's their motive long term? So again, like I said, if you want me to join the Illuminati, kind of go through the process for a couple weeks and see like what's going on, I will. 25,000 likes. But with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do really like looking into these things, and like I said, I've been wanting to do an Illuminati video for multiple years. I've just been kind of scared to talk about the subject. But overall, I really want to hear your opinions too, so let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Peace.